Hurricane superstar Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against the Phoenix Suns and their incredible ball handler and passer, Steve Nash. Bulls, Suns, coming right up.
The Chicago Bulls on the road in this interconference matchup. It's a happy hometown crowd here at the U.S. Airways Center. The Phoenix Suns are home. It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg.
Phoenix Suns!
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose and Dang on the floor. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. And Brewer. And for Phoenix, Hakeem Warwick and Robin Lopez in the middle. Nash runs point with Jay Rich at the 2, and Dudley. You know, for these Bulls last season, Clark, they had some drama in the locker room, maybe people not seeing eye to eye in the front office and on the coaching staff.
Yeah, they certainly did. I would call it front office friction.
Yeah.
But yet, despite that, Kevin, good young talent. So whoever steps into that situation has something to work with.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Lopez inside, working on Noah. Now Dudley, 5 on the clock. He's covered by Dang. There's the buzzer, and that's a shot clock violation.
Chicago ball.
Here is Brewer. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Well, Kevin, when it came to discussing their offensive game plan, he was a little reluctant to give too much away. But he did tell me that they've got a little something up their sleeve today, which you need when you're facing this caliber of defense. We'll see how successful they can be on the offensive end, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Clark, so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running. Boy, sharing the sugar, spreading the wealth, that's a good team effort.
Into Noah. Lopez is there. Lopez against Noah. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Brewer. The shot is off, and Phoenix will take it the other way. Here's Richardson. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Richardson's got his first bucket in this one. Steve Nash may actually be the greatest shooter in NBA history, at least from a numbers standpoint.
Well, you think about it, he's always part of that 50-40-90 club. 90% free throws, 40% three-point shooting, and over 50% from the floor.
He's way ahead of anyone else in NBA history in that category.
Yeah.
Here's Nash after Carlos Boozer's score. And it's Nash missing.
Kevin, he doesn't miss those layups often. Interior D made him think about that one, though.
Here's Rose. Lopez snatches the defensive rebound. The break is on. Here is Dudley. Deflects the pass. Warwick, he's covered by Boozer. Takes it up, and he drops it in on the layup.
Speed is only part of the equation here. He's not blinding quick, but he was determined to take that one to the rim.
Nash is tagged with the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Rose. Defended by Nash. Steps back and shoots. Rose, that's good. Rose has got his second basket of the game. Here's Nash. It's blocked. They get it back. And that one's good by Lopez. Here's Rose. 1:47 left in the first. Defended by Nash. Nash against Rose. Hit the floater. Warwick yanks down the defensive rebound. The Suns leading.
You know, everyone likes to talk about the Phoenix Suns offensively, run. But they have been surprisingly sticky and stingy at the defensive end of the floor.
And so here is Chicago. Phoenix able to drain the three. And Noah backs down. Jason Richardson pulls it in.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
And Clark, you talk about Phoenix and their defense. Top half of the league last season in field goal defense. Not something you'd expect out of this team.
Yeah, it's one of those things that gets overlooked, Kevin. They gave up a lot of points because of the pace at which they played. But when you look at that field goal defense, pretty good when you can be in the top half of the league and be as good as they were offensively.
Especially from the All-Star break on. Defensively, they really tightened the screws.
They sure did.
Left side, Boozer. From 11 feet away. And again, Chicago. No good. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Near the three-point line, it's Nash. That doesn't go either for Nash.
Nothing's working for him here. He's just really struggling to find the basket.
Here's Rose with authority.
Assist goes to
Man, he sure gets up there, doesn't he?
Oh, like few others, Clark. His hops are off the charts. Nice execution, too. Now, here's Nash. Over Rose. Nash with another miss. And so the end of one sees some big buckets. Suns ahead, up 3. Close game here at the start of the second quarter. Play. Here's Nash, still looking to get on the scoreboard. So the Bulls 5 right now. Derrick Rose and Ronnie Brewer in the backcourt. Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. And Dang. Nash against Rose. 4 on the shot clock. From downtown. Kept alive. Here's Warwick. Cans it from in close. Here's Rose. 6 points for him. Here's Brewer. Misses the trade.
Well, they left him open to try to sucker him into take.
And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Jason Richardson, a nice fit for the Suns team. He can hit the three. And Clark, you've talked about this a lot. The explosion in finishing in transition. Remarkable.
Love that about Jay Rich. He can shoot the deep three, but if you don't keep him from the paint area, he can make you look bad and posterize you. You know, he's not the best ball handler, but that's okay because he's got one of the best who's ever played playing next to him in Steve Nash. Looks like they've switched to man-to-man, D here.
Nash outside. That's good. Nash has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
There he goes. He didn't get a three in the first, but starting to look for it here.
Suns leading by 8. Dudley. A three. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. He has 6. Rose kicks it to Noah. Outside Boozer. Noah. And that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. What do you think about Joakim Noah, a player who'd received his fair share of criticism prior to last season in Chicago? Clark, people went as far as calling him a bust, but their tune certainly has changed since then.
And you always have to be patient with big players, Kevin, big guys. You got to give them a little more time. You can't be as quick to get down on them. And Joakim Noah has shown he's got a tremendous motor. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. He's an excellent rebounder. I mean, this is a guy that you win with because he brings that intensity and production from that power forward center spot that's valuable for any kind of contending team.
The shot's good from Lopez. Here is Rose. 8 points for him. Defended by Nash. Rose kicks to Brewer. And here is Noah. Outside Rose. Scooped up. And finished off by Noah.
He is so tenacious on the boards. How many times have we seen putbacks like that from him?
He can clear out the paint like very few others can.
You know what you might call him, Kevin? A rebounding virtuoso.
Yeah, I like that. That's right. Rose against Nash from 11 feet away. Rose can't get that one to fall.
You know, Kevin, all these rebounds allow them to attack the defense before they have a chance to get back and set up on deep.
Here's Rose. Defended by Nash. Baseline jumper. That doesn't go either for Rose.
Well, he's had a tough time shooting the ball today. His percentage has been way down compared to what he normally does. I think that's a big reason that they're down.
There's Nash with the three. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Looking to heat up a bit, and he gets the bucket. Foul is called. 1 free throw for him.
What a shot! Took the hit and was still able to maintain control to get it down.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
All right, Phoenix, keep it going for your Suns dancers. Your Suns dancers, fans. One more time, give me a hand. Timeout for the Bulls. And give it up for a special guest, Jordan.
The free throw drops for Rose. One of the bullet points for the Phoenix Suns, Clark, just checking it out here, they averaged an NBA high 110.2 points a game. That's actually the second highest scoring output they've had in Nash's 6 seasons with the team. Unbelievable.
Well, Nash has all of the accolades, but it is still absolutely amazing to me, Kevin, to see how easy he makes things for his teammates. I mean, he doesn't blind you with his speed. He's just so efficient, so crafty, so clever. And I think his competitive spirit gets overlooked in all that he does.
Can't get it to go. And Phoenix will take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
He's had some problems finding the range here in this quarter.
Kept alive. Here's Fry. Phoenix turns it over. We'll go the other way.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely, and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They've got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Here's Dragic. 45 seconds left in the second. The 3-ball. Scooped up. Childress with it. Turnover by the Suns.
You can't be careless with the ball. That's a loss of focus, plain and simple.
Here's Rose. 11 points in the game. And here is Noah. It's dumped off. Then kicks it to Noah. Working on Fry. The jump hook. And the Bulls with another miss. Tipped.
The lob was a little misjudged, and he couldn't get control of it.
A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
And he knocks down the first one.
When you're trailing and trying to come back, this is a good way of extending the game. When you've got players that have a knack or the ability to draw fouls, when they attack the rim, they typically can get the call and get themselves to the strike.
Dragic with it. Here's Hill. And no good trying to get that one. That'll do it for the first half.
Give it up.
And they played 2 quarters out at U.S. Airways Center. And that'll just about wrap things.
Well, it's been a tight game as we enter the second half. Both teams going at it. Here's Dragic. You think back to when he came out of college and people were saying Grant Hill was the next Jordan. The second season in the league, Clark, he averaged 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists a game.
Yeah, he was a dynamic end-to-end player. Really was excellent at getting to the basket and creating opportunities for himself or others, and had a terrific first 5 or 6 years in the league before the ankle injury sidetracked him a bit.
About 7 years of surgery and rehabilitation.
Yeah, great to see him playing well again, though.
So with Nash sitting on the bench, here's who Alvin Gentry's going with. Earl Clark is out there with Hill, and there's Josh Childress, then there's Dragic and Fry. And the first one at the line is good. And Grant Hill in his late 30s, but he's in great shape. He's actually the Suns' best defensive player.
Now, how great is that, Kevin, to see a guy who was dynamic and a high flyer remake himself into a jump shooter and an outstanding defender to prolong his career.
Says a lot about him.
Yep.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. One thing about Coach Alvin Gentry of the Phoenix Suns, he really empowers his bench to be active at both ends of the floor. Reserve forward Jared Dudley said, Alvin has given us confidence. We know when we're going to come in and when we're going to come out. It's just confidence in knocking down shots, knowing that if you mess up, you're not going to come out. He's been consistent with that all season. Guys, so important for the coach to define players' roles. It makes things so much easier.
He's done a great job. Thanks, Doris. And here's Nash outside. It's hauled in by Noah. Bulls trail by 3. Deng kicks to Brewer. From 11 feet away, Nash with another miss.
Decent look there, but not for him. He's been struggling all game long. Almost picked it off. Still, nice hustle there to deflect the pass out of bounds.
Here's Rose, 15 points in the game. Defended by Nash. 4 on the clock. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got 17. Rose against Nash. Puts up the tray. And again, it's the Suns missing.
He's been struggling with his offense all game long. Some days you just can't get it going. Today looks like that kind of day.
The Suns leading. Goes up. Hangs and hits. 7 points in the game.
Excellent elevation on that shot. He had time to bring it around, double clutch, balance his checkbook, and still lay it in.
Deng kicks to Brewer. Deng a screen on Nash. Here's Brewer. Takes it up. Blocked.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
Nash outside. Covered by Brewer. Just 5 to shoot. It's Richardson on the wing. Over Deng. Richardson, no luck.
That shot didn't have a chance. He doesn't have the softest touch, and the defense was in his jersey. Got to look for a better shot.
Here's Rose on the mark from 16 feet out. Rose has got 19 points. Derrick Rose, the Chicago native, so gifted, and he's only Clark getting better every game.
Yeah, he really is, Kevin. He improved his field goal percentage and his three-point percentage last season, while also carrying more of a night-to-night scoring load. I mean, his field goal percentage is very good at 49% for a point guard.
Chicago trailing here. When talking about the Phoenix Suns, you can't ignore what they pulled off last season, Clark. An impressive 32 wins at home.
And a fun team to watch. That was 4 more wins than what they did in the 08-09 season, which is always nice. You love that kind of improvement. It's really a byproduct, though, I think, of their chemistry and their overall improvement as a group.
And that's not to say they were bad in 09. The Suns at home still won 32 games.
Oh, no, not at all. In the West, it usually takes 47 or more. I mean, you got to be right around that 50 mark overall to get to the postseason in the West. You can have a great year and still find yourself outside of the playoffs and maybe even in the lottery.
Hard to believe, have that kind of win total and still not make it.
It sure is.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Defended by Nash. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got 21.
Well, it's clear they're struggling some here in the second half. I thought they played better on the defensive end in the first half.
Nash against Rose. Phoenix no good that time either.
I'm sure he'd like to have a do-over here. He just hasn't been able to make a significant contribution in this one.
Easy shot, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They're knocking down their shots now. They struggled in the first half a little bit, but I like the adjustments they've made here. It's led to better shot quality and better shooting percentage.
We've reached the end of the third quarter in what's been an exciting game so far to watch.
What a game for Rose. He has 23 points, then he's made 3 shots at the foul.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Bulls leading by 5. So for Chicago right now, Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah, they're inside. Rose and Dang on the floor, and Brewer. Boozer dishes to Rose. Jump-off pass. Here's Noah. The shot is off, and Phoenix will take it the other way. Now here's Nash, and Rose picks him up defensively. To the right wing, and here's Dudley for 3.
This is one of the key reasons why they're losing. You have to get more production out of your core star players.
Brewer's shot is off.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Nash outside. Warwick in the posts, working on Noah. Hits the bucket, and they draw to within 3.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Rose kicks it to Noah. Noah with a screen on Dudley, and they call an illegal screen here.
You want to be positioned squarely with your feet set when you set a screen. That wasn't the case there, and it was a straightforward call.
Now Nash, and Rose picks him up defensively. On the line, Nash with the bucket.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
Nash against Rose. Here's Dang. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 3.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot.
Nash outside. That doesn't go either for Nash. And here comes Rose. Guarded now by Nash. Rose passes to Boozer. 18 feet away. Rose. Good.
He's taken center stage here in the second half. He's been getting bucket after bucket.
Stolen away. The Bulls leading by 5. Guarded now by Nash. Nash hits the reach-in call. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Noah. Back to Boozer. Now Brewer. Left side Rose. Defended by Nash. The winner kept alive. Here's Nash. 2:04 left in the fourth. Here's Richardson. And here is Lopez. Pass to Nash. Great anticipation.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
Outside Rose. Guarded now by Nash. Rose against Nash. Rose, no good. Suns trail by 7. Inside. Here's Warwick. Puts the hammer down.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Rose kicks to Brewer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Very little time left here. They have the ball, but they are going to need big plays to pull this off.
Lopez with the bucket.
That's really a terrific look inside. Set him up beautiful.
Less than 1 minute left. Rose with the ball. Started now by Nash. Outside Rose. Can't hit, and Phoenix will take it the other way.
Tough D forces him to miss it at the rim. You won't see that very often.
Richardson goes up, and there's the dunk.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfectly. They're trying to stir things up to make something happen. They've switched their D to full court press.
Now here's Rose. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Perfect from the line, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
And the Suns call time here. They're losing by 5. 6 seconds left in the game. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Every second counts now. You got to score quickly, then foul.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened in on Alvin Gentry's huddle. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with a W. Kevin?
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Brand Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.